Hello, I'd just like to tell you about my mediumship readings. I've been a medium for about 40 years now. Time flies. I learnt to be a medium in various spiritualist churches. I first became interested in mediumship when I lived at Skegness, and I saw Betty Shine on the television, and it was her, she was being interviewed, and then I read her books and I learnt how to be a medium. I have been psychic all my life. I do believe mediumship, you need to learn it. You can be a medium from birth. We're psychic from birth. Being psychic is slightly different from being a medium, because being psychic, it's talking about past, present and future, things like that. Mediumship is when you connect to somebody in the spirit world, or when you connect to angels, animals. It's when you get messages from spirit beings. So psychic is, you can tune into people's feelings and emotions. You can know whether they're happy, sad, worried, what problems they've got. You can even pick up their aches and pains. I've sat next to somebody and my leg has been so painful, and I thought, oh crikey, this person must have a really painful leg, and I've sent them healing. So that's to do with psychic. Mediumship is when you connect to and speak to and get messages from people in the spirit world. And you have to learn how to do that. You have to learn how to interpret the messages and make sure that you don't get anything bad. Well, what I want to say is, I'll tell you a funny story. This was told to us by a medium in the church, and he said in the audience, he went to a group of people in the audience, and he said, I'm with that family in that row. And he said, I've got a gentleman here, or a lady, I can't quite remember. And he gave the name of the person, and this lady said, well, I don't want to talk to him, I don't want to talk to her, you know, they were horrible to us when they were on the earth, and I'm not having a message from that person. But anyway, the medium carried on, and I think a lot of people in the audience knew this person and knew this family. And then the medium said, he said, I could see a cow. And of course everybody burst out laughing, didn't they? He said, I can see a black and white cow. And this lady was ranting on, I don't want a message from that person. I don't want a message from him. He was horrible. And as I say, the medium kept saying, I've got a cow. Why have I got a cow? And then he interpreted the message. All right. So sometimes you have to be very, very careful. And as people on the earth plane swear, so do spirits swear. But if you're in a church, the spiritualist church isn't exactly, it's not religious. It's not run on any religion. A Buddhist can go there, a Muslim, a Sikh, Catholic, anyone can go to the spiritualist church. So it's not built on religion. But having said that, when you're with a congregation of like-minded people, it's not good to use swear words and curse. So you have to learn how to interpret these messages. Now, I do have some mediumship cards from the Doreen Virtue Oracle deck of, just a minute, I went missing then, Talking to Heaven. They're mediumship cards. And I do use these sometimes. All right, so I'll shuffle them, and as before in my other videos, you may have seen cards pop out. We shall see if one shoots out or if one just sticks out. Sometimes I have to shuffle them for quite a while before one will shoot out, or sometimes several shoot out. So anyway, these are what I may use during a reading if you request a mediumship reading. Sometimes it helps to connect. And I found when I have do private readings, sometimes people are a bit uptight. And so when you use the cards, you shuffle the cards, and it does help people to relax. It doesn't look as though any are going to shoot out, but there's one sticking out, and it might even be two sticking out. So, oh right, so this one says, I am not dead. Okay, so people in the spirit world are not dead. The spirit lives on. And the other one is, I am so much better now. Now, with mediumship readings, obviously, you have to be very compassionate, and people will be feeling very sensitive because they've lost someone. They've come to you because they've lost someone, or they've come to me because they've lost someone. And people die. They die of old age. They die of all sorts of things. They can die of an accident. But animals too. I do animal readings, and animals. I said to the vet when I had my dog put to sleep, I've had quite a few dogs over the years, and I've invariably they have to be put to sleep. And I mentioned this to the vet, and it's against the law to let a dog suffer. So you have to choose the right time to put the dog to sleep, or the animal to sleep. And I've lost the card now. So when people go over to the spirit world, and when animals go over to the spirit world, they heal because their physical body no longer exists. They leave their physical body behind, and they've just got their spirit, and their spirit is always whole. So they're always healed. And a lot of people wish to know that about their animals or about humans. And people do come through, more often than not, it's people who come through like this. I will tell you about it. But animals don't. Animals, I think, even vets these days, or people who look after wild animals and heal wild animals, operate on wild animals, they put the animal under anaesthetic. Let's say a lion in a zoo, or a lion out in the jungle. They would a lion out in the jungle, they would dart it. But anyway, they put it under anaesthetic, operate on it, and wake it up, and they let it go in the same place. So the animal falls asleep in the same place, has the operation, and wakes up in the same place. So animals that go over to the spirit world, they don't really know that they've been sick, if you see what I mean. They can't fathom that out. They can't work that out. They've got no... their brain just can't, it's not developed enough to think, oh, I was sick when I was on the earth plane, I was in a lot of agony, now I'm in the spirit world, I'm fine. But humans, we do think, oh, this hurts, that hurts, everything else hurts, I'm getting worse and worse and worse, I'm going to die next week. It's a different thing between humans and animals. So, but humans, when they go over to the spirit world, they often come through with their ailment. And just as I said, I can sit next to somebody who has, say, got a bad leg or a headache, and I also feel as though I've got a bad leg or a headache. It's the same when they come through with a mediumship reading. I can say someone passes over with a heart attack. I go, oh, and I can hardly breathe. I get that feeling, but the spirit just shows this as evidence of who they are. If I got someone come through and I said, oh, I've got your granddad here, he's tall and skinny, wearing a black coat, wears glasses, got long fingernails, whatever, you might say, no, that's not my granddad. But if I said all of those things and said, oh, he's telling me he died of a heart attack, or whoops, the screen's gone dark, or he fell over and banged his head, anything like that, then you would say, oh yes, that is my granddad. So there's just a little message about my mediumship readings. If you would like to purchase one, my name is Barbara. I am a psychic medium, clairvoyant. I do angel readings, pet readings, past life readings, spirit guide readings. I can tell you who your spirit guide is, their name, all about them, and who your guardian angel is, your guardian angel's name, and all about them. I can tell you about past lives as well. I've done some really fantastic past life readings, very, very interesting past life readings are. I find them absolutely fascinating. Okay, bye for now.